Good morning, everyone. It's Lindsay from Mosquito Sheriff again. I hope you are having a great day, and I hope that you got a chance to check out our podcast last week. If you didn't, you can always check it out on our podcast website. I will have it linked to all of our social media platforms. Today, we are going to talk a little bit about the recession-resistant franchise business and why now might be a great time for you to start your own business. Today, we have joining us the VP of Franchise Development for Mosquito Sheriff, Jason Miller. Hey, Jason, how's it going?
I'm doing awesome, Lindsay. Thanks for having me today.
Awesome. So, Jason, can you tell us a little bit about what makes a franchise recession resistant?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a big topic right now because there's lots of signs and signals that a recession is around the corner. And first off, I don't want people to worry because recessions are a part of a general business cycle in the U.S. economy, and we've had many recessions since the Great Recession back in 2006. We've had others since then, and many times starting a franchise during a recession could be a great opportunity, and we'll talk a little bit about that today. But what kind of makes a business recession resistant? I think there's a lot of different things that come to mind. First and foremost, you don't really think of fad businesses or anything like that, something that's really hot right now but might waver. Maybe it's a hot fitness trend or a hot food trend that might trickle away. It might be something that a consumer doesn't desperately want or need from a product or service standpoint when a recession hits. So you want to think about things that consumers are always going to need. You think about things like senior care. Tens of millions of baby boomers have retired. It's basically the largest segment that's leaving the workforce right now. So senior care businesses or in-home care businesses are always an interesting one. You think of any sort of home service businesses, whether it's mosquito control, which we're going to talk about today, or lawn care, or other types of home service businesses, because people might be spending more time at home. They want to make sure their yard looks nice, their yard is safe. They might be improving their home, or they might be getting a home ready for a new loved one coming in. So those types of businesses are good. Automotive repair businesses, staffing and recruiting businesses. You want to think about things that consumers are still going to use regardless of the economy. Even some food concepts could be recession resistant. People might not be going out to the expensive chains, but they might still be going to the fast food, fast casual concepts, things like that. So you want to think about those types of things. What are consumers going to want in any type of economy? And what are things that consumers are probably not going to cut back on? Tutoring and education for children is another good one. That's something that parents are always going to want to, make sure their children are happy and have what they need from an education standpoint. So those are some of the things that I think about when I think of a recession-resistant franchise, and maybe gives you guys some good thoughts and ideas of what to look for in a business.
Awesome, Jason. That's really helpful. So what do you think makes Mosquito Sheriff a great recession-resistant franchise?
Yeah, so here's what we love about mosquito control. And, mosquito control is not new to the franchise world. It's a proven model. It's recurring revenue. It's repeat business, but it's a needed service. Mosquitoes are not the most fun insects. Mosquitoes, ticks, whatever that might be. People want to enjoy their yard. They want to feel safe. So part of it, it's a nuisance. Absolutely, we want to get rid of that nuisance, but they also carry very harmful diseases. And, think about how much time you're going to spend in your home in general. Think about how much time we spent at home during the pandemic. Think about how much time you might spend home during a recession. Maybe you're not going to go out as much. Maybe you're not going to travel as much. And this is a service where customers are going to want to be out in their yard, enjoy it, and feeling safe. And that's why I think this is a really good business to think about when you think of a recession-resistant franchise.
That's awesome. Why do you think now might be a great time to invest in a franchise?
So I talk to a lot of candidates, and I think everyone's experiencing the same thing, or at least most of the candidates that I talk to. They've been downsized or right-sized. There's been mergers or acquisitions. This could be the second, third, maybe fourth time that they've been laid off or been a part of a merger. We've seen all the articles and media sessions out there about the great attrition, people leaving the workforce, maybe looking to go into completely different categories. Certain industries, certain segments are changing, and there's a lot of uncertainty out there. And that's why franchising in general is such an exciting thing, because it provides a proven business model. There's a tremendous amount of support, and that support is critical. Even if you start a business during a recession, we have a blueprint. We've been around for many, many years. We've seen recessions in the past, and we know how to pivot, support our franchisees so that they come out stronger than ever. If and when that recession happens, they'll be ready to push through that and be ready to capitalize once that recession is over. And it's just a great time to be looking at a franchise opportunity. And specific to Mosquito Sheriff, we're coming to the end of a Mosquito Sheriff spray season here, so this is the perfect time to actually start looking at the franchise model. It's going to take you a couple months to go through the discovery process, get to know us, come out for a discovery day. You'll need to sign the franchise agreement, get your vehicle ready, work on your licensing, and you'll have plenty of time to do that to be ready to rock and roll when spring 2023 season rolls around. So this is a great time to be looking at a franchise in general and a Mosquito Sheriff franchise specifically.
Great. That's a lot of great tips to have here. And is there anything else that you want to tell us specifically about Mosquito Sheriff?
Yeah, this is an awesome opportunity. I mentioned mosquito control earlier as a great business model. It's a needed service. It's recurring revenue. It's repeat business. We see ourselves a disruptor in the space. Remember the green, all-natural component. It's 100% non-toxic. It's safe for beneficial insects like butterflies and bees, safe for children, family, pets. So people want a safe space to be in their yard, and they want it safe for mosquitoes, but they also want the products in their yard that are being used to be safe as well. So we have the green, all-natural component. We have a call center that handles the majority of the lead to customer acquisition. It can be a great owner-operator model if you want to be the technician. It can be a great semi-absentee model if you want to keep your full-time job. And we have some awesome incentives right now for some of those pioneers that want to be one of the first Mosquito Sheriff franchisees. We have prime territory across the country and be really excited to talk to you about the model.
That's great, Jason. I want to thank you so much for coming on today and talking a little bit about the recession resistant, business model and what it can look like for you if you decided to jump on board. And I'm glad you touched base about, becoming one of our first franchisees, because our next podcast, we will be highlighting one of our franchisees. So I hope you join us next time, and be sure to look for our podcast on all of our social media platforms. This is Lindsay from Mosquito Sheriff, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks again, Jason.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.